Welcome to BioTrack Training. In this module we're going to help you to get started with your use of BioTrack, and in order to do this we're going to have to explain a little bit about the way data is separated. There's two types of data basically in any database, and BioTrack is based on an Oracle Enterprise database, which is an industry standard relational database, and in BioTrack you have exactly the same division of data. There are basically transactional data and there are reference data. Transactional data are things like invoices, water quality records, herd records, accountancy records, stock records, and then you have reference data. Reference data is data to which the transactional data refers, and that would be, for example, things like customer types, customers, suppliers, products, finished products, raw materials. These are the data which are not transactional. They don't change very often, but they have to be there for you to be able to do transactions. So I'll give you an example. Supposing you're entering an invoice and you want to, in the invoice lines, add a finished product. Well, you select a finished product from a list of existing finished products, and in this case the invoice is transactional data and the finished product is a reference data. And so in order to make BioTrack usable and to make it easy to use, you have to basically populate the reference data first. Let me just give you an example. I'm going to add an invoice here. Now here, for example, is an item of reference data. This is a list of customers. Now, how does BioTrack know that you have these customers? Well, it knows you have these customers because you entered them already. This is very basic reference data, your list of customers. So let's just take one of these, create that invoice header and look back. Now, how does BioTrack know that this is the telephone number and the address for this customer? Because that's part of your reference data. The invoice itself is transactional data, but the data referring to the customer is reference data. And you've already added all this information. So when you get a new customer, you add it to your reference data. Let's take one more example. Product codes. How does BioTrack know that these are your products? It knows it because this is reference data. You've already added it as finished products to your reference data. Let's go back and look at that invoice again. Again, how does BioTrack know that the price for blackcurrant jam, half kilo jars, is €2? Because it's reference data. You've already added it. So that basically explains the difference. This is transactional data, right? This is reference data. And with any relational database, including BioTrack, you have to set up your reference data first. So the very big task at the beginning of becoming a full user of BioTrack is to set up your reference data. Now, for convenience, we've divided the reference data into different business areas. So you've got accounts reference data, which gives, for example, information about your company. So the company address, the tax ID, your banking details and so on, your logos. We have reference data referring to your suppliers, supply types, VAT rates, because VAT rates do change, expense types, so how you divide your accounting, your raw materials, your finished products, your packing formats, the product definitions, the ingredients of a finished product if it's a multi-ingredient product, the pricing for finished products, because a finished product has different prices for different customers, so different customer types, the shop descriptions of finished products. So if you're running an internet shop, you can put in shop descriptions which are different from your normal BioTrack descriptions. Your profit margins for different customer types. You may have different margin policies for different customer types. Your resale product types. So for example, if you resell products in a shop, you may have cheeses, you may have jams, you may have rices or pulses. These are product types. Customer types, you may do business with schools or local authorities, or you may do business with retailers or with wholesalers or with value-added resellers, with other organic farmers. So you set up customer types here. Here you set up customers. Here you set up asset classes, so how the assets within your business are classified, and product types. And that's just an example of the reference data. Within stock, there are very few reference data. Within health, there are many reference data. And you can have a look through these and understand what they are. Traceability, the obvious one, the eco-certifiers that are available to you and your suppliers. It's not just your eco-certifier, but the eco-certifier of your suppliers needs to be set up. Under land, cultivation rate regimes, agricultural enterprises, activity types, locations on your farm. These all need to be established first. Quality assurance, types and checks. And these are all the reference data. Basically, before you start using BioTrack, you need to set up the reference data that's appropriate to your business. And this is quite a large task, but it really must be done before you begin. And once the basic reference data is established, when any of these data changes, you have to maintain the reference data. So, for example, if you add a new product or a new product format, let's say you start packing jam in 1 kilo jars, then you have to add that product format to your reference data before you can make it usable. So reference data doesn't change very often, but it does need to be maintained. Now this is a big job to get started, and obviously we want to help you with this. So we've designed a method for uploading your existing reference data very quickly. So it means you don't have to add all this data line by line, because there will be thousands and thousands of lines of data. So we provide you with empty spreadsheets with a fixed format. When you register with us and you sign our contract, we will send you our reference data input spreadsheets, and you will complete them on your PC with your existing reference data, send them to us, we will upload them for you. It means you don't have to re-enter the data again and again, which is a very laborious task. Now, normally we don't charge anything for this, but if it's very, very huge amounts of data, we do make a nominal charge, but it's a very small charge. The basic idea is that we want to help you get into action, and we want to help you get into business with BioTrack as quickly as possible. But and normally this is a free option that we offer. But reference data is the most important activity in getting started with BioTrack. We'll talk about other startup activities, but this is really the most important one. That's reference data.